So here's an update on the property. We've got a whole bunch of clearing of the underbrush, understory stuff done. A couple bigger trees that we took out. I graded in this this road here, which I think we're gonna just, because this is a dead end, not many cars. So we'll probably take out these trees on the left side here, grade that out to like as big a road as we can get as our driveway, parking area, storage of materials, staging. And then this spot over here, pretty much decided I'm gonna dig out these stumps here. Same thing, we'll have a maximum grade right there, and then it'll come back up, and this will be our ditch more or less, where we'll have a culvert, or everything will be just graded down to on this side of the house, where all the water can run this way, down, along, and back. This side of the property, I think, is where the house is going to be. We're going to cut this bank out once again to the property line. It'll be a kind of a maximum grade, and then this will be our flat area to fill in this, just maybe like 4 feet or so, and bank that whole thing to get some more flat spot. Today I have to restart our fire. We have some rain coming tonight, so I'm gonna get the fire going, pile on some stuff that was just brush that got left or whatever. This right here I should have taken a video of because it was kind of cool, but I dropped this tree with the machine only, and that worked out. And I think I'm gonna dig out these 2 stumps. I feel a lot more confident with running this machine and bucket setup. So I'm getting a much better idea of what we can and cannot do in here, what we have room for or not. And it's much more open, and it's kind of just, since it's only 1 acre, we just have the room for what we have room for. And it is what it is. So as we go, I'll keep everyone updated, and I'll take another little video in a second here about just running the machine while I'm running it or whatever. So here I'm just dressing up this pile for a fire, and not a lot of people talk about the best way to burn, but number one thing you want to do is get a permit. Alright, so I got my permit from the state to burn. Number 2 is make sure everything is wet. So you burn during a time that's wet, where it's either actively raining or it's just recently rained, and there's no not doing those 2 things. Those 2 are the most important thing, of course. And then all the same principles kind of apply as if you're starting a small campfire. Get all your smaller stuff on the bottom here. So I've made a little pile, and I've got some more small brush kind of up over there. I'm gonna go grab a handful of, bring down, and I'll pile all that on top of here, and then I'm gonna scrape up some of these smaller, not so big logs that I've got staged over here, drop those on top, and I'm gonna, the way I do it is, this is a smudge pot over here. It's just a bowl, or you know, a steel tub, or whatever you want to call it, that I made out of a old compressor. I just cut the top of it, and it works so perfectly. And I'll dig a little hole here, right? And this little hole will house that smudge pot. I'll put some of my proprietary fuel in there, and I'll pull this whole brush pile, once I have the smaller stuff all packed up there, on top of it, just so I can reach my torch in there and light it. This has worked so good for me, and I've spent days and days and days trying to light fires on, you know, wet brush and logs and everything else. But this has worked absolutely flawlessly. It burns everything up way faster and lights the pile way faster. with pretty much no other input other than sometimes I'll take a leaf blower to get some extra air in there. But if I dig a little trench here that comes out of the bottom of this, just like that, a little trench, it'll let the air flow in under there and really burn it up like a furnace. And once I have it where I like it, I'll take a stump like this, a big old stump, that's a poplar stump, so it'll burn pretty easily anyways, and I'll put it right side up where the log part is up, facing up, and that stump will be gone by the morning. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna light this because I think we only got like a 70% chance of rain coming, but at least I'll have it ready for when I can light it. If I can't get down here where this is all mud going up here and I don't want to bring the machine down, I'll be able to just light it and watch it burn. And that's another important part. You got to stick with the fire and watch it burn. Get boring, but what I'll usually do when I'm sitting around watching it burn is pick up stuff like this and just toss it in while it's burning to get a good cleanup going on around the property. There's a lot of sticks and stuff sitting around here. Tricks to grabbing stuff like this. I haven't learned them all yet, that's for sure, but I don't want a bunch of stuff falling out, so I'll shake it around, get a good grip on it, and then be on my way. Another important thing to think about is you want to get your pile situated so you can pile that bigger stuff on top here. Part of that is making it flat on the top. If it's just a teepee, then it's going to be really hard to get that bigger stuff up there. It's just going to want to roll off. So you do the best you can. Take this medium stuff, even if it kind of does roll off and stays at the bottom edge. Well, at least you can get that root ball up there, which is what the most important thing is to burn, is that root ball, because that thing will take forever. It'll take probably 2 times the amount of brush that's here to burn that root ball, you know, so about two fires worth before it'll be gone. So I like to kind of stuff like that up under in the fire, even if it's not going to burn on the first run, so it can hold that root ball up there. The longer it holds that root ball up there, the more it'll be gone by the time this fire is burnt up. Because that one's already had one fire. Hopefully I can pick it from here. And you know, another thing I was thinking about is when you're tracking, when you're moving with the excavator like this, you want to do everything you can as you go. So if you stop and grab something and it takes 2 minutes, well, that's better than moving away from it and having to track back and grab it. That takes 5 minutes, you know, or 10 minutes. And I get that from ironworking in a sense, because when you're working with a crane, it takes a lot longer to move a crane. So you have to really think about, hey, what is the smartest way to do this, that I'm not going to be moving this crane more than once, or excavator in this case, to get the same amount of work done. It's been raining for the last hour or so. And you can see I've already got the fire going. All that underbrush is burning right up into that stump as I wanted it to. And it should rain, looking at the radar, for at least another 3 or 4 hours. Everything's already completely soaked. You can see all the puddles. But it makes sense to stack everything right. You know, it works out much better this way. It lights up much easier, and there you have it. So, for the next property update, I'm hoping to have a new implement or just some cleanup tools for the excavator, and hopefully I can have everything cleaned up and we'll get into the big tree felling mode. And then after that, we'll be grading finally, and that'll be fun because we'll have all kinds of equipment here. So, see you next time.